Today I wanted to share with you guys one of the recipes of my famous chili. And I say famous chili because I've been doing this for a long time, and all my friends and relatives that taste it, they always want me to make some for them. And I actually, like for Christmas and different holidays, I actually get little jars and I make it for them. But I'm gonna teach you guys at home how to make it. It's super, super easy. This is a chili that, again, I always have in my house. And the reason for it is because it really does boost up your immune system. And I use a lot of garlic as well. So garlic is a natural antibiotic. So when anybody is feeling a little bit under the weather, they use that chili and it goes away. Like my daughter's forever asking for it. If she feels a certain type of way, she's like, Mom, I need your chili. So she'll eat it and immediately she'll feel great again because it's boosting up your immune system, and that's what we want to do. Again, it's super easy. This is a chile that we actually do in Jalisco, and we usually make it along with birria, which is a very traditional dish that they make in Jalisco. But other cultures also make a chili paste as well. So I'm going to be using the chiles japoneses. You can either get the chiles japoneses and they're dry, or you can get chile de árbol. They're basically the same. The japonés is a little shorter and fatter, and the regular one, the árbol, is a little skinnier. Yeah, they're going to be in the dry aisle, in the Hispanic aisle. You can find it. These cost a couple of bucks. So I'm going to use a whole bag, right? We're going to use very few ingredients. And again, we want to boost up our immune system. So you're going to put your fire like at medium, right? And we're going to use grapeseed oil because it's the only one that I use for high heat, medium to high heat. And we're going to use a lot of oil. Now this chili only has a few ingredients. So it's going to be grapeseed oil, the bag of chili, powdered garlic, sea salt, and this is optional. This is sesame seeds, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna toast everything. This chili does not go bad. It's basically like if you're storing oil because it's dry ingredients, right? So you can store this outside. You do not need to refrigerate this. And again, you can have it year round, and especially right now, we don't wanna get sick, right? And with the coronavirus going on, right? The weather's getting kind of crazy coming up. It's going to get cold, and we can easily confuse a cold for the coronavirus or something, and then you're going to want to go expose yourself, and we don't want to do that. We want to stay healthy. We don't even want to catch a cold right now. We want to stay really healthy. So this is a good idea to make this chili. If you guys, do a little run to the market, get these ingredients. It's super easy. And it'll last a long time. And again, chili does boost up your immune system. Garlic and sesame seeds has other benefits as well. And I will be adding all the benefits with everything so you guys can know. So now once the oil, I never measure anything, by the way, guys. So you're gonna kind of have to eyeball it. So I would say half a cup of oil, right? So you wanna make sure it's warmed up. Once it's warm, you don't want to do it before it's warm, because if you do it before it's warm, then the chili is just going to soak up the oil and it's just not going to taste good. So we're going to put that in there and we're going to brown it. And what we want to do, just toast them. We don't want to get too crazy with it. So I'm going to use a spoon that's iron so we can not melt it, right? Because it's just straight oil. And so we're going to let that toast. In the meantime, I just wanted to, talk to you guys again about having your body alkaline, right? We need to really be eating for purpose and really taking this moment to really appreciate. I know we're all going through hard times, and you're like, how are we going to appreciate things right now when we're all having difficult times? Rent's due, all these things. you have to understand we're all going through it, right? And as humanity, as humans, we can get through anything. And together we're even stronger. So we have to just think about the positive. And the positive is this. First of all, no one's going to kick you out of your house if you can't pay your rent, your mortgage, or anything. There's no one to enforce it, right? So right now, you do the best you can. You stay home. You take the opportunity to be with your family. And remember, you've chosen to be with these people, whoever they are, whoever you end up quarantining with, whoever you live. This is the choice you made, to be with these people, right? So take advantage. And I know that a lot of stuff is going on, especially because people do things because of how society puts it for you, or people stay in relationships because they're too worried about what people are going to say, and it's just a facade. And right now, the domestic violence is up 50%. I've actually seen it with my business, with the bail bonds. I've been bailing out people with domestic violence right now because they've been living, you know, for society. They've been living for what their culture had told them, you know, and they're not in a relationship because they truly love the person. They're doing it because they kind of have to, or they just followed on what they were supposed to do. So this is a time of reflection. This is a time to really, you know, figure out, you know, what do you want for your life? Because I don't think this is the end by far. I think we're going to make it out of this, and we're going to stay healthy, and we're going to recover as a nation. And we're going to rise. We're going to learn from this. But we really have to, you know, reflect on our life right now and take advantage of this time. You know, living in the United States, I always hear there's never enough time. Never enough time for anything. Well, now take advantage. We have all the time in the world. Read the book you wanted to read. Organize what you wanted to organize. Organize your thoughts. And, you know, start writing in a journal. How do you see yourself in 5 years? You know, things are going to be different, you know, when we get out of this. We're as humanity, because even touching is going to be different, right? Nobody's going to want to touch anybody, or, you know, things are going to change, and we are going to adapt. But we have to learn. We have to learn and grow from it. Anyway, so this is already toasted. I hope you guys can see that. Let's see. All right. So that is already toasted. Now we're going to add the garlic. And I want to say, I always just eyeball it, but I want to say a 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm heavy hand, guys. And then I'm going to add the sea salt. And I always like to toast my herbs and spices because it really gives it that really toasty and brings out the flavors. And then the last thing is going to be the sesame seeds. And they're really tiny, so they brown really quickly, right? So we want to make sure that we put that at the end. And I just put, I want to say 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup or less, okay? Depending, that's going to make it creamy, right? And we're going to toast that. Once that's toasted, the sesame seeds are going to be nice and golden brown. And once that's done, we're going to just turn off the fire. And it happens super quickly. Like you see, I just literally put them on, and they're already browning. I hope you guys can see. All right, so very important, once this is done, we're going to turn it off, and we're going to put it in the blender. But we're not going to put it in the blender until it cools off, because if you put it like this, it's going to explode. So you want to let it cool off. Once it cools off, you're going to blend it until you can't really see the seeds that much. And I'll show you the finished product. And then again, you can store it in a little mason jar. I like to store it in this little, oops, there's oil in here, oh my gosh. I thought it was empty. So I like this little thing. I actually got it at Target. Has a little spoon to clean that mess. All right, guys, so I will finish this up and I will show you guys. And remember to stay alkaline and healthy. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
ordered 2 of them. There it is.